To those who are not aware, those who do not know, Mr. NDLOZI'S, the EFF Member of Parliament, EFF representative in one of the committees within Parliament of South Africa, has proposed that all the political parties that form part of the government of national unity must sit on one side. They must not be squashed and mixed with opposition parties. Opposition parties must have their own separate opposition benches or opposition side within the parliament. So he was proposing that the government of national unity must sit on the other side and the opposition parties must sit on the other side. I have a short clip of him explaining what he's trying to propose. There is a short clip.
We propose a rule about the sitting arrangement. We think there must be a rule. Everybody that is in government must sit on the other side. And I think you may have to rearrange this in light of UDM, IFP, Patriotic Alliance must join the DA and the ANC. There must be a proper delineation of the benches. There must be opposition benches and ruling benches.
So you just watched a short clip of Mr. NDLOZI'S in one of the committees explaining that it's important, you know, for the government to sit on one side and not be squashed with the other opposition parties, because all those political parties who form part of the government of national unity, they are the government. They are not the opposition. They are the government. They are the ones in government. They are the ones in cabinet. They are the ones who are running shit. They are the ones who are in control. They are the ones who are in charge. So they can't afford to be sitting with opposition parties on the other bench. So I also have another clip. It's the same type of discussion, same meeting, but this clip, Mr. NDLOZI'S is also proposing that maybe the opposition benches, maybe the front line of the government of national unity shouldn't just be the leaders of the political parties, but it should be the leaders of the ministries, the government ministries, the different types of government departments. And he believes that in the forefront of the government of national unity benches, it should be the president, of course himself, President Ramaphosa. And then behind him should be the people who are in cabinet with him. And it only makes sense, you know, because this is not even about political parties themselves. This is about the government. Parliament is about the government and the people who are opposing the government. So political party leaders shouldn't be so egotistical to be in the front lines, knowing very well they don't form part of the front line cabinet of government. So there is a clip he will explain to you guys and you'll understand it.
Everybody that is in government must go sit that side. And if there is a way to prioritize it, it must be government prioritization. So the president, the ministers, like in the old, the bent down National Assembly, if you remember, the party of the ANC used to sit behind the leader of the ANC, more or less. And what you have, even in questions and all of that, is those people of cabinet. They must be visible to the public. They must be in front. And then political party office bearing. If you are in government, you lose that right. So the DA, the ANC, everybody must know that their front line must be cabinet members.
You just watched the clip, and I'm sure if you have a sense of humor, or you have high level of comprehension, you understand what is proposing only makes sense, because the government can be sitting in opposition, and all those political parties, however small they are, or however seats they have, they must sit on the other side of the opposition. They can't be sitting with the opposition. And he also proposed that if they insist they want to sit on the opposition side, they must at least be at the back, because they won't be opposing anything that is proposed by the government of national unity. And I'm sure it only makes sense. It makes sense to me, and I'm sure it also makes sense to you.